Speaking of things that make me physically ill, did you guys know that Tom MacDonald has a new song? Oh, he dropped a hot new track, the #1 rap song in America, Billboard charts, #1 on iTunes. That's right. It's Tom MacDonald's Facts featuring Ben Shapiro. And now this is going to hurt all of us. I don't enjoy this, but Tom MacDonald is in the rotation. He's just part of the fabric of Nightcap going back a long time. So we're kind of duty bound. We're duty bound to watch it and listen to it. I have listened to it. I don't even know if I've listened to the whole thing. I heard Ben Shapiro's part, and then I was watching some of it. But the thing with Tom MacDonald's songs and music videos, they all look the same. They all sound the same. You cannot tell them apart at all. The only thing that's different about this is that Ben Shapiro shows up and raps, which I did hear. Because even, what is it? Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj, the one that did the song WAP, she gave him props. She gave him props. So, just reaching across the divide there, the political divide. So we're going to have to do it. We have to do it. I don't have a choice. They call me offensive, controversial. Oh my goodness gracious. It's already awful. Just seconds in. I'm already upset. Boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, He's been singing the same fucking song for like 5 years. 5 years. And Hog Nation, dude, the fans that he has, they love it. They eat it up. But I think, I'm going to say, I feel like I have my suspicions about whether or not this really charted. Ben Shapiro's involvement makes me suspicious because I feel like the Daily Wire would have definitely boosted those sales intentionally. They probably went to go see okay, what's #1? How much we need to spend? It's a fucking business expense. It's a way to get their brand out there more. So I'm not sure if this is an organic #1. Is this the culture jamming I keep hearing about? Oh, everybody's always talking about culture jamming. You gotta do better than this. It's the same thing with all kind of art that has heavy political messages or whatever. It all kind of sucks. You got to understand how to create something where you're actually giving your message through subtext. Make it interesting. Use allegory, metaphor. When you come out and just spell it out, well, there's nothing else to interrogate. There's nothing else that invests me in this other than a flight of fancy. And I guess a lot of older people feel validated that Tom MacDonald is out there talking for them. Trembling says, you don't like black licorice flavor dropped into your beer? I probably would drink that, honestly. Trembling says, Tom MacDonald's sugar mama is Gucci Granny. Shit. I wonder, you know what? It's Summer Rain, Tom MacDonald, Gucci Granny, all related. They're a family, actually.
I guess every Muslim's a terrorist, every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced.
I mean, seriously, what is the difference between this and then a song that he did 5 years ago? There's nothing, he hasn't evolved, his music, his sound, the way he presents himself. He's like, hey, dude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's like, I'm making money hand over fist. Why the fuck would I change? Why would I grow? Why can't I just be this forever? This is what the people want. And when the people want something, they're always fucking right. The customer's always right. Okay, everybody? And Tom knows this. Hagbert says, Gucci Granny don't want none of that Canadian shit. She's a proud patriot. You know what, Hagbert, you're right. You're right. Apologies all around to Gucci Granny. We made a mistake. And listen, hold on. I'd like to retract my statement about Gucci Granny having any type of relation or even knowledge of Tom MacDonald. I mean, if she hears this, somebody bumping this on their iPhone 7 Plus, she's going to walk over, she's going to slap it out of their hand. And she says, that's not MAGA. That's not the movement. That's not the message.
clothes with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles.
Like, this is worse than like Christian rap. Like, you know, Christian rock, you ever like see the Christian metal bands and stuff? That stuff can be kind of cringe. Sometimes, the music instrumentally, it can be good and interesting. But like I said, when it's so on the nose, it's so like its point of view is so narrow and it's only made for a very specific group of people. Like, even if I like say agree with almost everything he says, this makes me want to shoot myself in the face. I want to stop myself from having to experience the pain of the next verse, of the next flow.
We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I...
What are you talking about? Like, his whole aesthetic does nothing but pay service to and fucking kneel at the feet of dirtbag culture. Like, so if you guys are really going to get serious about like change and stuff like that, well, you know what? You have to change everything. Really got to take it over. Okay. You got to really crackerize it. Let's call it what it is. Okay. Come on, Wigga. Let's do it.
I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets.
Like, can you imagine how fucking annoying it would be to hang out with Tom MacDonald? Like, can you even fathom what kind of like crazy narcissist this dude probably is? This dude freaks me the fuck out. Maybe not that. But Jesus Christ, imagine having to be part of his entourage, like part of his crew. I call not Turtle. Okay, I'm not going to be Turtle. I'm not driving Tom MacDonald around. I need to be one of the lazy ones.
Defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do?
Why? What would Ben do? You know, he's dealing with all this social collapse, social strife, people rioting in the streets without understanding what the fuck is going on, what the real dope is. He looks around, he surveys the scene, kind of like a Canadian king. And he thinks to himself, what would Ben Shapiro do? He'd glass him, that's what he'd do.
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the...
Like, come on, dude. You know, I will say I have respect for Ben Shapiro. Like, this is next level grifting. I mean, he's taken it to another level, right? I have a begrudging respect for the fact that he would do this. He would put himself out there like this, and then get the begrudging respect of of somebody that he kind of like was shitting on a few years ago. Hagbert says ICP is real, MAGA. Hey, it's true. Actually, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Graphs, look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You go into prison, I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me.
So is he just talking about Is he talking about like the protesters in the streets and stuff? He's like, listen, man, I stack fat stacks. That's what I do. I stack them right up.
Cars, you go into prison, I'm on television.
He's like, and you don't. You go to
Dogs,
prison.
no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people, download this. Let's get a billboard #1.
All my people. What is he talking? Who the hell is he talking about? What's going on? Hagbert says they would stomp Ben to death when he starts explaining how magnets work.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you.
Just to be clear, I don't think he's ever cared if he's offended anyone. I have this on good accord. He said it every single song that he creates, and the beats, they sound the same. Like maybe it's just because I find it all intensely mediocre. It all just kind of blends together for me personally. I mean, there's Tom MacDonald is not unique in this as far as it goes with my ear drums. It all just blends together into this fucking soup. And I can't remember what the names of the songs are, the artists. It's awful. Crunk says, you just know he and his baby mamas are on welfare. Trembling says, all his people did download this under their tunnel. Listen, we'll find out. Dame Lucra's on the case, apparently. This dude, he's like a total Twitter grifter. He just like posts kind of vague videos, and then he'll write something kind of conspiratorial, and it'll be like breaking. He's just trying to like farm engagement. But he went down, he went to New York City, and he went to all of the tunnels underneath the city. Looking for some sort of deeper, more malicious, malevolent goings on underneath New York City. And they released a few previews, and it seems like they just find a lot of places where homeless people have slept, and then they're just saying that it's nefarious. They're just like, look, man, somebody doodled on this wall. Only evil cultists would doodle on a wall. As far as him being on welfare, I don't think they have to be on welfare. I don't think they have to be. Tom MacDonald, like him, love him, hate him, whatever, he's done very well for himself.
I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do. Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man.
Someday, I swear to God, someday, if Zoobox could just like kind of turn some kind of profit, I would 100% go buy like 3 DSLR cameras, go rent out a warehouse, and just do our own version of the Tom MacDonald song and music video. Between everybody that's involved in Zoobox, 100% is a doable thing that we could do. It would be amazing. Someday, you got to dream big,
You want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. You mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim, well, I'ma be the man. You sad. You just try to get.
Why you sad, bro? It's just like talking points and buzzwords and memes. Just throw all the right-leaning stuff into a blender and just, I guess, like maybe he just throws it down on a piece of paper and he just kind of randomly assembles them in different orders for different songs. Kind of like a Mad Libs.
Get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back.
Yeah, also it's either his label or his business is like Hog Nation. That's weird shit. Crunk says nobody uses paper anymore, Shaun. That's true. They don't.
I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you.
Like this is like if you were to say like ChatGPT, like write me a right-leaning rap song utilizing all of these kind of social talking points from the past 10 years. I feel like this is kind of what would be produced, Trelling says, in Profit doing a pro-natalist rap, showing off your kids like stacks of money. That'd be hilarious. Crunk says, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Well, we have to, Crunk. We don't have a choice.
I ask myself what would Ben do. Let's Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect you.
Video by Nova Rockefeller. Now, Nova Rockefeller has done a lot of Tom MacDonald songs. Okay, so there was something I was gonna look at here. Is there like a interview? Number one, so let's watch their interview. They did an interview together because, they had to talk about their sick collaboration. They did an interview talking about it and talking about Tom MacDonald's kind of place in the music industry and his career and stuff. Big Paul and I, a while ago, a couple years ago, did like we did it. We pre-recorded it, but we watched like a bunch of Tom MacDonald music videos and like talked about his career, talked about some of the beefs he's had, talked about his girlfriend. He used to date somebody from ICP. They have kind of a rivalry. It's a pretty fun episode. I'd recommend checking it out. It's on our YouTube channel. And when the Tom MacDonald fans found it, they were not happy. They were like all personally offended that I did not like Tom MacDonald's music. Holy shit. That's a drop. This is a drop right here. I'm gonna have to clip this sucker out.
Yo, it's my homie, Tom MacDonald. Tom, it's been a hell of a weekend. So, G, tell me about how Facts is doing. He's #1 on the iTunes charts in the United States. He's trending all the way up to #2 worldwide, but we're facing some entrenched opposition from members of the industry who don't like the insurgent campaign that we have been.
Yeah, they're not happy that it got to #1. You know what I mean? They actually were just like this.
He what? She unalived herself.
Oh no. That's basically what happened with the music intelligentsia, the gatekeepers. Not happy that Tom MacDonald and Ben Shapiro are smashing records.
Waging against them. They don't know the true artistry of hip hop, I think, from people like.
And if you don't know the background, Ben Shapiro has said that hip hop or rap music is not actually technically music. One of those racist talking points that he likes to throw out there. So, and he said this, he even reaffirmed this not even that long ago. So they must have done this very recently. So now that he's become officially a rapper, he has to embrace it. Hagbert says, is this blackface? He says, will Nicki Minaj be releasing her Hava Nagila remix? Dude, if she did, that would be amazing. It's like, I'm going to come into your territory, Ben Shapiro. Yeah, I'm going to do a song about you, Ben Shapiro. Crunk says, I hate Ben 66% of the time. I may be 33% Jewish. Ben Shapiro, like, it's like I have like a love-hate thing for Ben Shapiro. Well, not a love-hate, a neutral hate thing for Ben Shapiro, because he is kind of the median modern-day kind of neocon establishment conservative. So I want to understand where that wing of the right wing is at. I listen to Ben Shapiro to get the inside track, because he kind of represents that. He represents that. I use him like a tool, for information. Listen to Ben Shapiro for that, and then I'll go pop over and listen to like David Pakman for the cuntier version of it. Trembling says, Shapiro does look like every guy that actually owns the master to all the big rap albums. He does. This is very true. It probably is somebody named Shapiro. Crunk says, Ben is a great troll, or was. Now he's part of the swamp. Yeah, a little bit, unfortunately. But he's, when he's good, he's good. You gotta, just take, I don't know. You just have to be like, yeah, I like some of your stuff and I dislike other things you say. I don't know you. You're basically an abstract concept to me.
Like, I mean, you actually know what you're doing, but like from me, I don't think anyone expected me to just, be as amazing as I am at this, clearly. And I've got the bling to, like, I'm ready to go. I've been hitting all the clubs, leading a new lifestyle, but we still have to overcome some obstacles, Tom.
Absolutely. Well,
he's just got his first taste of the rock and roll lifestyle. He's about to become a different person.
It's nice to see you entrenched in the culture. The craziest part about this is I almost showed up dressed as you today. But yeah, man, it's been, for your first step out the door, Ben, you absolutely killed it. We're number one in all genres on iTunes, number two worldwide on iTunes, which is unheard of, especially for somebody making their first rap song.
You know who else we know that has recently put out a first rap song? Who these guys could maybe take a note or two from? Saint DBDR. Okay.
Nicki Minaj dropped her diss song today against Megan Thee Stallion, so we're up against some stiff competition.
Trelling says, Tom, can you take out the bar about my sister's breasts? All right, thank you.
But thus far, we've held down that top spot. I don't think she's going to be able to shake us, man.
I don't think so either, especially because, I saw that Megan Thee Stallion, that she actually she lowered her price, that she's almost giving it away. I mean her song in any case. But let's talk about, all of the various algorithms that are now being used to suppress the song, because they really do not want us to hit number one on the Billboard charts, obviously.
Yeah. Well, it started before the song got even released. Obviously,
they just saw there was Jew milk in the water. Crunk says, did he mention the Kesar milkers? No, but he should have.
I distribute all my music independently through TuneCore, and TuneCore actually denied the release of the song. Before the video release, before anybody even knew you were on the song, I had tried to submit and release the song through TuneCore, and they turned it down, which is super frustrating because for an independent artist, TuneCore exists as the alternative to getting a record deal, and they exist as the alternative to getting a distribution deal. They're supposed to be there for independent artists who are avoiding the mainstream record label system of the music industry. So they denied the song on account of lyrical content.
Being too based. It's always the way. Being too fucking based, dude.
Before the song even hit the internet. So that was our first obstacle. We ended up getting the song to iTunes and Amazon and Spotify. We ended up getting it out. But the obstacles didn't stop there. Now, if you just take a quick peruse of the trending charts on YouTube right now, Megan Thee Stallion is at number one, and our new video, Facts, is at number two. And if you just take 2 seconds to look at the metrics on the video, we're outperforming her in every metric. We have over 1 million more views than her. We have 50,000 more comments than she has. We're outperforming. Her video is performing objectively worse than ours. And we're actually pulling ahead right now quite quickly. And the further we get in the lead, we're
So what happens when you have the entire state of Israel behind you? They all went and bought one, Come on now. They got to be there for their boy Ben.
Stuck at number two. They're not allowing us to pass Megan and hit that number one spot. So, whether that's YouTube sort of disagreeing with the controversial nature of our song, or, Megan signed to Rock Nation. Rock Nation's part of Universal. Universal has a relationship with YouTube. And I'm sure that Universal has invested so much money into YouTube over the years that I don't know.
Well, all this inside baseball stuff is true. Like they control the market. They control who is and who isn't popular. They push people that they want to push. It's a real thing. So they are kind of, in a way, they are definitely up against that stuff in a very real, sincere way. No joking, okay? We're not doing any jester max. Crunk says they are definitely pulling the head.
If there's some sort of backdoor agreement where they're saying like, hey, we don't care how many views these guys get. We don't care how viral their video goes. Megan is staying at number one. In my best estimation, that's kind of what's going on. So our video is the top performing video on YouTube, bar none right now. And they're not letting us trend at number one.
And by the way, all credit to you and Nova for...
Actually, I didn't even look at how many views it had. It must have... I think it has millions. So it probably is right now, as of right now. Yeah.
For that, Nova does an amazing job. I mean, she directed this beautifully, and the editing is incredible. I mean, again, it makes it look like I can rap, which is an amazing thing. Have you ever heard of data brokers? Those are the
No, I haven't. Get out of here with your magic.
who has seen or heard the song that we put out. And the most offensive lines are things like, there are only two genders, boys and girls. Where'd all the American flags go? That's the offensive stuff. And then if you just, scroll over to Hiss, which is Megan Thee Stallion, because of course she makes her music for thee. Her actual lyrics, I'm just going to read her lyrics here because this is what I became famous in the rap community for, is my reading of lyrics. This is like an actual lyric. This is the beginning of her song. Quote, I just want to kick this bleep off by saying F y'all. I ain't got to clear my name on an MFing thing. Every time I get mentioned, one of y'all be...
Listen to his flow. He's good. Listen, he's got nothing to stop him. He's going straight to the top, straight to the moon.
N-words get 24 hours of attention. So, yeah, that's clearly saying there are not enough American flags is like exactly the same as whatever the hell it is that Megan Thee Stallion is doing. Clearly. I mean, if we're gonna make sure that the kids don't see damaging material, we got to stop Tom MacDonald.
Man, it's in our song. I think in the pre-chorus is we talked about not promoting guns. We talked about not promoting drugs. We talked about not turning.
We just talked about being cool, based guys. Troubling says, I wonder what a Ben Shapiro watcher actually looks like. What age are they? I think you'd be surprised. I think it's like 20 to like 60. He casts a pretty wide net, but I know even just in my regular life, I've met tons of young dudes like in their mid 20s because I have a younger brother who's around that age, and so I've hung out with him and his friends occasionally, and it's pretty diverse, pretty diverse group of people. French guy, a couple black dudes, and they all know about Ben Shapiro. They all kind of like him. They all occasionally listen to him. I guess maybe they're not like hardcore Ben Shapiro dudes, but they don't like dislike him.
People's sons into thugs and their daughters into hoes. And, we sort of spoke out against like what the status quo in hip hop is. And for some reason, we're treated, we're living in some sort of upside down, backwards freak show. And it just seems like the most destructive material. And hip hop is full of a lot of destructive material. The promotion of violence, the romanticizing of mental health and prescription drugs recreationally. It seems like those things tend to get the most mainstream attention, and anything that speaks out against that, especially in our case, has been suppressed. So, it's like, it's almost as if they want to sort of indoctrinate the demographic for hip hop is like 19 to 35-year-old white American youth. Like that's the primary demographic. It almost seems like there is a conscious effort to sort of destroy and dismantle and dilute that generation, and anything else.
Yeah, it's started back in the 80s. started back in the 80s. That kind of mercenary prison culture that has been mainstreamed, where everybody is walks around with that kind of mercenary mentality. That's a real thing, and that was sold to people through hip hop in the late 80s, through the 90s. It was just an accepted part of the culture that they would go in and out of jail. They would try to murder each other. It was stuff that was reported on fucking MTV. Like it was exciting. Like it was cool. So yes, I think so, Tom. I don't think it started recently.
Else, like I would argue to say that our song is actually the total opposite of that. It's empowering people. It's hopefully encouraging people to stand up and speak their mind and not be afraid to have an unpopular opinion or be quote unquote offensive. It seems like those things are sort of they try to hide them, and they don't, and they sort of shove this other destructive material into those kids' faces. And, you know, I was one of those kids at one point in time. When I started making music, that's the music I was listening to. And that led me to years and years and years of alcoholism and poor mental health and all types of things. So I know firsthand how destructive that content can be. And we've made a conscious effort to sort.
You know, I can appreciate what he's saying. I can definitely respect what he's saying, and I can even respect his efforts in this in a sort of kind of roundabout way. But the product has to be better. It has to be better. You got to dig deeper. Like Tom MacDonald can rap. It's not as if like it's like so, you know, nails on a chalkboard. I mean, it is for me because I just don't enjoy that genre. But like objectively speaking, it's on par with a lot of stuff I hear to one degree or another. But it just, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe it's just, you know what, maybe the answer is it's just not for me. Maybe there is no way to make it better. Maybe it is what's necessary. Maybe you do have to be this kind of like on the nose and dunderheaded and kind of, you know, grifty in this kind of way to get this kind of point out there. Maybe that's just the only way. I mean, it's not as if like, you know, there's a lot of poetry going on in the hip hop world. You know, not everybody's Kanye West, and even Kanye West is a, you know, a malignant narcissist. He just raps about himself all the time, but it's very profound. I've been told.
Sort of combat that in our music, and we're the ones that are being suppressed on the YouTube charts and refusing to release our music through TuneCore. It really is like some sort of upside down, backwards freak show.
Well, you know, it
and the only good thing, you know, something that is also another positive of this is like however they got this thing to chart, whether or not it was people pushing it from behind the scenes, like people affiliated with Daily Wire or whatever. It forces the conversation to happen about like what surrounds kind of top 40 music. You know, remember back in the 50s and 60s, all the payola scandals and all that kind of shit. Like I have to imagine that's still in play today, just in a different way. And this opens up that conversation because if you have something that is just dominating in the way that this song is, believe it or not, and it's not getting the accolades, it's not getting the official recognition, they're trying to like kind of push it to the side. It makes people curious. Scroll Rot says, "How dare you say that about Yee? What up? Wait, what's up, Scroll Rot?"
It is crazy. Not quite as crazy as the fact that, again, you and I have the #1 charting tune on planet Earth right now, or at least in the United States on iTunes. But if people want to get us to that Billboard #1 that we openly call for in the song, what's the best way for people to do that, Tom?
So that's the thing. We have, you know, it's Monday now. We have until Thursday morning. So we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have 3 days for everybody out there. If you're watching this right now, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of you, if even half of you guys decided to go over to iTunes or go over to Amazon and download Ben and I's new song, it's called Facts. If you search Facts by Tom MacDonald or Facts Ben Shapiro, it'll come up right away. You can't just search Facts on iTunes or Amazon because the search bar has been suppressed. You have to put in Facts, Tom MacDonald, Ben Shapiro. Then it will populate. So download Facts on iTunes or Amazon, and if we can accumulate enough downloads in the next
3 days, they won't be able to ignore us. Not this time. Trembling says, "You have to be blatantly on the nose with everything now because, like we've talked about a few times, everyone from the late millennial onward are most literal dullards. You can imagine. It has to be. Listen, you're not wrong. I call it online autistic literalism that everybody is kind of subject to. It's what's taken over. Because, you know, I read like a lot of like, you know, film writing, shit like that. And I remember just like 5 or 6 years ago, it just changed to be like people demanding that movies just spell everything out for them in a way that was to like affirm their own beliefs. And if any story or character didn't kind of conform to that, it was movies did that. Young adult like books, there was a whole huge like SJW woke scourge that went on, like where some woman had written a racist character in one of her books who was a bad person, who was presented as a bad racist person, and she was like pilloried online for it, and the publisher like pulled out. Like it was a crazy time. It was a crazy time. Crunk says, I just downloaded this on the Boomer phone, blasting MAGA rap on your Jitterbug Senior phone on the hover round through the Sam Walton store. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah.
Days, we will end up at #1 on the Billboard charts. And like I've said, not only Ben did an incredible job with his first rap song ever. Ben might.
He's like, you got to come here to kiss the crown, you know? You got to kiss the yarmulke.
Be the only person on the internet that is publicly more despised than I am. So not only.
And he wears that with a badge of honor. He loves being hated by the industry. He loves it. That's what keeps him young. That's what keeps him alive. It keeps his material fresh.
Only would a #1 on Billboard be incredible for Ben and really fun for me, but it would be an absolute slap in the face to the music industry. This is the last thing that.
What are you, Tim Pool? All right, I think that's enough. We know your song is out there. Somebody will buy it, I'm sure. Well, no, there's really, well, hold on. You know what we should do? Before we do that, let's see what the people are saying. Let's see what the people say before we go on to the next subject, because it's complete change. There's no good segue. There's nothing. Let's see here. We have Ben Shapiro and Tom MacDonald facts reaction. Oh, but then we're going to have to hear the song. Oh, we have Anthony Fantano did a reaction to it. I can tell you that he's not going to like it. He'll tear it apart. Here we go. Here's some this young brother. Let's see what he's got to say. This is a very popular person that I've never heard of. His name is Tyrone Magnus. It's not very shocking. What is happening, Magnus? It's not very shocking that I haven't heard of him. Every single day, I swear to God, I find a new 1 million+ sub YouTuber that I've never heard of before. Trembling says, speaking of old people things, Ben Shapiro looking like an old guy that just got his eyes dilated. Yikes. Like a demon.
I've been asked to react to this. I actually ran across it by accident in my feed and scrolled past it several times. I just was looking for other things. Looks like it's been out for 3 days now, but it's taking the.
Now let's look at his shelf a little bit here. Now I'll compare it to my shelf. We got a lot of Funkos. We got some Funkos. No Funkos. He's got a Grogu. No Grogu. Hold on. Let's see, so you guys can all know I'm not lying to you. Not lying. No Grogu behind me. Iron Man toys. No, I do have a Godzilla. I have a Godzilla there. I have a Scully. You know what I mean? Crunk says, I detest Funko. Hey, listen. I'm not a big fan myself, but I have to say there is a bunch of Funkos in my house. When you're a movie fan, your family. Back in the day when Funkos were popular, every holiday I got a Funko toy from somebody. Just somebody who couldn't think of what to get me. They would get me a Funko toy. So I have a bunch, but I give them to my kids. They're kids' toys now.
Internet by storm. Close to 7 million views by now. And this is Facts by Tom MacDonald.
Trump says black guys reacting to things that is and has always been an under the surface huge thing on YouTube. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's a lot of different channels. Actually, I think when Big Paul and I did that video about Tom MacDonald in general, we watched some of those reactions, and yeah, there's all of those were like 1 million subscriber channels too. I was like, whoa. Crunk says they're terrible art. No lies detected.
Featuring Ben Shapiro. I have got to see Ben Shapiro rap. Oh, man. Listen, as you guys know, I'm not big on politics, but Ben Shapiro is. He's one of the people I watch along with a bunch of others. So I try to get some type of well-rounded view of what.
Wow, based black guy, huh? Let me see here. I mean, he's got 1.96 million subscribers. Is this? I have no idea who he is. I don't know if he exclusively does reaction content. Crunk says, seriously, this guy at the gym for 6 months, he'd have a whole different YouTube channel.
What the world, people in the world are thinking, and you know.
I like him. He's got kind of a John Coffey presence. It's going to cure me of my ills.
I watch Ben, you know. I watched the Young Turks, you know. I watched a bunch of different people, you know. Roland Martin, you know.
He's panicking. He's like, oh shit, I said I watched it, and I don't want to do another take, so I'm just going to start throwing out some crazy names, some crazy left-wing things that I also watch.
Candace Owens, and yeah, I watch, like I said, I watch a bunch. So this should be very interesting. And I also watch a lot of independent YouTubers out there, you know, to see what everybody's thinking. So I assume.
I believe you. Listen, when you tell me you're a well-rounded entertainer, I believe you. You have convinced me. You seem like an honest man.
That this video.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Facts don't care about your feelings, Ben's always says. So I'm sure that this is going to have a whole lot to do with what has.
Trembling says, be here next time as I react to Sailor Moon episodes and then the 1988 movie Red Heat.
Thing going on. Are you ready? Let's get it.
They call me offensive, controversial. There's only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world.
See, it doesn't matter that he doesn't fit the profile of the type of person that would like probably listens to rap a lot, I guess, right? Just because demeanor, he's talking about his politics, but he's a black guy, so he automatically has more credibility. You know what I mean? Craig says, along with the historical accuracy of the movie Roots.
Yeah, right. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope. It's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no wonder protest.
I'm in the wrong business, dude. I am in the wrong fucking business. 2 million subscribers. No shade to the guy. He seems like a very nice dude, but come on. Come on.
Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they've all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna.
Is he really not going to say anything? Okay, hold on. I'm just getting tricked into listening to this fucking song again. That's what's going on.
You won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was planning to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. There was no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself.
That's when he's really into it. He's agreeing and nodding along, you know? He loves it. And he saw Ben Shapiro, he got happy immediately. A real fan, a true fan. I mean, Trembling, you were asking who listens to Ben Shapiro? This guy does. Tyrone Magnus. All right, we're skipping to the fucking end. I want to hear your commentary. There we go. We know the song, sir. Trembling says it's time to turn Zoobox into a react channel where you pretend you haven't saw the most basic movies. They all watch Lord of the Rings, Star Wars trilogies, and sob and cry at the Green Mile. I know. I went down a rabbit hole of like watching them just with like a confused look on my face. I'm like, why does this have so many views? Because they're not saying anything interesting. It's usually just people making faces, kind of doing what he was doing while reacting to this music. He was nodding along, being like, ha ha. And then that's it. And then they kind of talk about it at the end. Kind of. They're like, well, I really like that. I guess it's a classic for a reason.
Yo, man.
Straight fire, dog.
You speaking a whole bunch of facts. It's true, man. People just love being triggered, finding something triggered to be just to be mad about.
Dude, he feels seen. He feels heard for the first time ever. He needed it. He needed it spelled out for him. It's the way it has to be. We need to get John Coffey on our side.
Just love being a victim. Love blaming so much on everybody else. And this guy and that guy. He offended me. That's offensive. That's offensive. That's offensive. There's so much. Yo, it's crazy.
He's gotten permission to fucking go off. He feels incredible. He's never felt more alive. The song has rejuvenated his patriotism. He's going to start hanging out with Mike Lindell back there.
Crazy. And I've told you guys before, I have mostly young men and middle-aged men that follow me. And I've talked about this before. Accountability is king. The majority of what goes on in your life and has happened to you in your life has been your decisions. Your
Based. I love this guy.
Decisions. You get to pick who you make your friend, who you don't make your friend, who you work with, who you don't work with, if you work for yourself. The food you put in your body, the substances you put in your body or don't put in your body, just, what you say, what you don't say. There's so much that you are accountable for. And once you start to realize and take full accountability for your life and your decisions and where you are in life, you will finally realize how powerful you really are. And then
because you can take control of your life. And you know what? Good for him. This is a nice, good, positive message. I fully endorse it. Who's this guy? Let's give him another shout out one more time. Tyrone Magnus. He needs our help desperately with his almost 2 million subs. He needs us. But seems like a very nice person. Trembling says, the amount of fake crying is what always makes me laugh. There's one that people went heavy at for ugly crying with no actual tears over all the fan service shit in the newest Star Wars show. Yeah, I can't handle that stuff. I can't watch it. It makes me upset. It's so irrational. It's so fucking stupid, but it does. It just irritates me.
You will be able to take the steps to have the life that you want to have. And that was only part of this. That part really spoke to me when I was like, yeah, he's talking about Twitter right now, and just how people are and just everything else he said. Now, some of the lyrics I'm going to have to go through because I was like,
yeah, he cannot fully endorse everything. Okay, they speak very quickly.
I caught the majority of everything he said, but I'd like to go through them again. And yeah,
really take it in. Really go to church. You know what I mean?
This was good. This is a banger.
This is a banger. Listen, if he's got an audience of, kind of like young dudes that watch him and listen to him, and if he's espousing some basic shit, some very basic shit that your parents are supposed to teach you about, that's a good thing. Reinforcing those kind of ideas and thoughts through people that have people's respect is important. Trembling says, at the end, it sounded like he was about to say, when there's no more room on hell, the dead will walk the earth. He could. What's that guy's name? I know exactly what you're talking about. Reaction compilation. Facts. Featuring Ben Shapiro. Okay, so this is what we need. We just need some quick hits. We need to see the people really enjoying it. And then we're going to move on. But we got to be thorough. We got to see this through. Are these all just going to be positive though? That's my.
Are you joining us on the line? Is Tom MacDonald?
That's my fear. Yeah, we already watched that. We don't need to watch that part. Okay. This guy also full credibility. Trellick says, Ken Forhey, thank you.
But I don't care how many B-roll shots you show of Ben getting ready to act like he finna rap. I don't care. I don't care how many you show. I just do not believe this fast talk is finna rap.
Ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm.
Well, I mean, listen. This is just more soldiers for the battle, guys. Maybe this song is the way. This is the new way. This is the battle cry. It's gonna get everybody activated.
I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a
He can't fucking believe it, dude.
wap dog. It's
Whoa, no. No, bro. No. Nah. Not rapping, bro.
Yes.
This can't be real.
No,
this
it's
is
real.
not real.
It is.
This is not.
Trust me,
Ben can't rap.
I've heard it 3 times.
Did he write this? Tom, did Ben write this? Please tell me, please. I ain't even gonna lie. At first I thought it was AI. But I really think that's him, bro. I really think that's really him rapping, bro.
I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man.
So I guess when it said featuring Ben Shapiro, nobody believed it. Everybody was like, no, this is not featuring Ben Shapiro. There's no way. Yeah, he'll be in the music video, but he's not going to be throwing down any flow.
And if you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like
Listen, no, you guys have to talk. This is illegal. What you're doing is criminal. I have been kicked off of, and I had my streams blocked for far less. You guys can't just sit there and nod along. Come on. You got to be like neurotic like me and stop every 10 seconds and word vomit. Trembling says, go on ahead and do your Def Jam lap around the room so we can get back to the video.
Lizzo, my pockets are fat.
Yo, Ben's actually gonna drop some bars. He said my pockets are fat. I'm curious if Ben wrote this or if Tom wrote something and Ben rapped it. That's wild. I was actually leaning more towards him just being in the video and him.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. All right, let's go to the next one here. This is the Cartier family. I think they're kind of new. I have seen them around.
I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are
Dude, they're fucking stoked. Dude, they're so stoked for Ben Shapiro.
I did not think he was going to No way! I told you! No way! I told you! He said, let's look at the fact. I did not think he was about to rap for real. I did not think he was about to rap for real. Oh my God. I truly did not think that. No way! I'm shocked.
Listen, it's kind of wholesome. We need more content like this in the world. That's pretty funny.
That is hilarious. I'm shocked. That is just too funny. Okay, let's hear it then. That is funny. But the way they were setting it up, it sounded like somebody else was about to come on it. That is too funny. What the heck, bro? Oh my God. That's crazy.
They all have to take it back. They can't believe their eyes.
This threw me off. I was not expecting that at all. Please look at the facts. I come with the stats.
If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't.
He just needs to keep his job, this guy. We don't need to see that. He just says, they didn't tell me.
Man, if you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm
It's like a thing.
Did this man said my money is like Lizzo, my pockets are fat? Yo, Ben, hold on, baby, hold on. I was not expecting. What did I walk into? Hold on. I walk into the Wolves Den every day. What was this I just walked into?
Real facts, don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars.
Okay. It's funny, It's making me laugh.
That's amazing. Look at him.
Who's this nerd? He's got an Ash versus Evil Dead poster. You're not allowed to listen to rap music. What are you doing? Where's your Violent Femmes vinyls? Okay, pal? Trembling says the Def Jam lap. They all do it. I know.
Amazing.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my chart.
He's like, I didn't know he was allowed to do that.
You're blowing money.
I didn't know he was allowed.
Going to prison. I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on.
Right. The thing is, my channel is set on doing no research, right? That's the whole point of my channel. You get blind, genuine reactions. So I don't look into shit, which is why my reactions are so random. But I swear...
Hey, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. I'm having that same thing going on right now. Fucking Soul Brothers, dude. Connected by Lawnmower Man stuff.
This dude isn't a rapper. I may be completely wrong, but I swear he's just like a he's like a talk show guy, right? I swear. This is the first time I'm like, maybe I should have done some research, because I honestly thought he was just gonna be a cameo in the music video. Bro is fucking rapping. Also,
and if you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts.
I wish this guy would just get up and punch his wall. Just punch a hole in the wall. Like, God damn. God damn, motherfuckers.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Trembling says this guy's soy jacking like he found out a place sells vegan nuggets.
My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap.
Go ahead, man. Nigga said, homie, no cap. Here, y'all with that journalist vibe. He said, homie, no cap. I mean, yo, I love when different like people try to come into rap, and I'm always excited about it. Like when the Rock collab with Tech Nine, and of course I wasn't expecting too much because you can't be good at everything in life. Like, God can only give you so many talents, right? You're an actor.
Who is this? Who the fuck is this? This is Just Jen. Never heard of her either. Looks like she's based Free Trump, Never Surrender, Mugshot. Oh, here we go. I wonder what she'll think of it.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on.
She can't believe it. All right, we gotta. Yeah, let's skip to some talking.
Holy shit! I'm really glad I waited to watch this.
Is that the voice of Tommy Pickles?
Posed the question, I asked myself, what would Ben do? Just that. Right there. Ben Shapiro is one of those people that'll tell you right to your face.
He's so base. All right, Zach reacts. We're almost done. Let's
look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like
what?
Lizzo, my pockets are fat.
Wait a second. Are you kidding me right now? Are you joking with me? Is Ben Shapiro rapping in this fucking video, dude? What the?
Ben's rapping?
What?
He said, my money's like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Yo, he's got bars already. Hold on. That's...
I can't believe it.
Let's look at the stats, the graphs. Look at my charts.
He said, homie, no cap. He's like as monotonous as he is on television right now rapping. This is fantastic.
Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graph.
It's a yarmulke. No cap. Yarmulke. Jewish.
Trelling says she definitely does sound like one of the many women that do voices of little boys in cartoons. Yeah, E.G. Daily is the one that does Tommy Pickles. The reason why I made that joke is she got in trouble and got like kicked off of a show, I think, because of some political stuff. It might have had to do with Israel-Palestine. It might have been when that was all going down. I can't remember for sure. I don't think so. Oh, yeah. I don't, well, maybe it was. Yeah, it might have been that.
What would Ben do?
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Home
Did you guys know that Ben Shapiro raps in this thing? Keezy Boy. Let's skip to Keezy Boy.
Want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money
Nah, Ben, chill. Nah, Ben, chill.
Yes, finally. We're back in action. Back to the Def Jam walk.
Ben, you wildin', bro. You wild. Yo, Ben is putting bars out?
What?
Ben's putting bars out?
What? Josh Jones, is this the last one? Thank God. All right. I mean, I'm doing it to myself, but seriously, thank God.
Is he like that lady Candace?
He okay, you like Candace Owens?
Yeah.
He's sort of like a Candace Owens. Yeah. You can put him in that category. Candace Owens.
If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Home
Dude, he's doing
I was going to say, he's not a rapper?
Well, he's doing his version of it. He's stunned.
I'm so ashamed. That was Ben Shapiro in the first place. I didn't.
You thought he was just
Wow.
like, he put him in the title?
Wow.
You know, they're so happy for him. I got to give him credit for that. They're happy that he has successfully thrown down some bars. Trelling says they react to Shapiro reacting like David Blaine just did some sort of card trick, the devil shit, yo. Yes, it's the same expression. Yeah.
Ben Shapiro is not a rapper.
I'm trying to see who's the hype about.
But Ben is spitting. God, dog. You know what? Tom MacDonald had to rate him up. He had to.
Yeah. See, we're gonna try to take credit away from Ben.
Coach him up on this.
The real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like
They're so happy for him. It's almost endearing. It's a little heartwarming, you know? It's so selfless in a way. Well, that's the end of that portion of the show.